call the meeting to order. It's December 16th, and this is the Miami Valley Communications Council meeting. So we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Jay, you want to lead the?
I'll lead us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United
States of America and to the republic
for which it stands
one
One
nation
nation
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jay. Okay, Jenny, would you like to call the roll?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
We have Joanne Rao,
Here.
Brian Wolfzig,
here,
George Bayless,
Here.
Joe Wanamaker,
here,
Jackie Fisher,
Here.
Greg Thompson,
here,
Don Burchett,
here,
Rob Stevens,
here.
Leanne Nash.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, very
I'm
good.
here.
Did you get Brooks?
I'm also here too.
Oh.
Brooks.
I've got him now. Thank you.
Steven's here too.
Oh, hi there. Thank you.
Okay, did we miss anybody else? All right, very good. All right, thank you, Jenny. Also, should have gotten a copy of the meeting minutes from November 18th. And do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve
I
as
move we
submitted.
approve November 18, 2020 minutes as approved, as presented, presented.
I'll second.
All right, Steve, you're going to second, and George, motion. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any nays? Okay, not hearing any. Okay, we're going to go into executive session for hopefully a few moments to consider appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official under section 121.22 G1 of the Ohio Revised Code. Okay, so Jay's going to step out and Jen. All right. Jay and Jenny can return whenever they're ready. Give MVCC a minute here. Bring them back. I wonder whose little kids those are. I see Jay. Jay and Jenny, are we ready to proceed with the meeting? Okay. All right, the next session is chair comments. So I just wanted to highlight, reaching for my notes here. I just wanted to highlight some of the great successes we've had this year and maybe even touch on last year's as well. And you know, we'll be a new chair next year, so it's good to kind of recap. But of course, the phase 1 was completed of the fiber optic network, and it's a big deal. And those of us who were here for several years in the first coming together, and I mean, it's been a 20-year effort, but since I've been on board, it really started coming together probably in 2016. And everybody to work collaboratively, and language that was involved in these contracts. It all came together and was finalized when Jay came in. Now, Jay, I know Brian was behind a lot of the effort as well, so we're going to give him due credit. Do we know where the folks mute their phones for the moment? Or can MVCC do that? We've got some background noise. Okay, thank you. So the phase 2 contract for completion of the overbuild that'll happen next year. That's very exciting. I think that's where we will have so much more potential for the ring. Everybody will be up to that 288 fibers, and everybody will have access to that extra cable conduit. There's a lot of potential there. I think that's huge. And I want to thank you, Jay, for making that happen. I know you had a lot of effort to get that done, a lot of negotiations, a lot of talking along with the GovTech group. And getting that accomplished is a huge accomplishment. The other irons that are in the fires, of course, the Trotwood Dayton connector, the Miami Township connection, and the purchase of the empty conduit. I think there's been some movement on that as well. So again, thank you, Jay. Other things that are probably talking about, the group got the personnel manual revised. That's not easy. Having done a few of those types of things myself in the past, that's a big job, and it hadn't been done in how long, Jack?
About 15 years.
Yeah. When you think about what we've done with social networks and media, it's a huge undertaking. Of course, the joint paving contract and the energy program, that both programs save cities money and collectively add up to quite a bit. I think it's over 260,000 just for the energy program is the estimated
Correct.
savings to the cities collectively.
Collectively.
Yeah. The Philo Awards, we had 9 major awards this year. That's exciting. And we have TCSU's continued collaboration between the cities and the police chiefs. That's a huge benefit to all of our communities. I have thoroughly enjoyed working as the chair for MVCC. This is a wonderful group to work with. Jay has been immensely helpful. I learned a great deal. When I started MVCC, the board really did very little in terms of learning about what was going on behind the scenes. And there wasn't a lot of information forwarded to the board. We pretty much voted on that legislation without a lot of debate. And that's changed under Jay, and I think that's a good thing. I think getting people more involved and getting more details and understanding what is going on behind, along with what our GovTech group and our city managers are thinking is helpful. And Jay's collaborative, as we know, but he's also an open book, as he's reminded me a few times. He doesn't keep a lot hidden or, keep close to his chest, except when he has to. So if you have a question, Leanne, shoot it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
He's always shares information among parties to foster that collaboration. And he keeps the board and the city managers informed on what current activities and changes are happening. Flappable. It's obvious that you don't give up on things. And it's just been a true pleasure to work with you. I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Those are my comments.
Well, Joanne, I think having had a chance to work with you on city council, you do a tremendous job on city council, and you definitely did the same in your role as chair for MVCC. So congratulations on a job well done.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to legislation. We have 3 resolutions. Resolution 2020-011, which is adopting the 2021 MVCC budget. You all know this budget's looking a little bit more peaked every year. We are dipping into our reserves this year again, and it's projected that by 2023, those reserves will be used up. And most of this is coming from changes in the franchise fees, which is going to continue to drip down. We all have seen that coming. This is nothing new. We've been talking about it for years, certainly since I entered the MVCC organization. So it's just, we're not going to do anything about that today. We're down when you look at the total number of people that were employed by MVCC 20 years ago, we're down 10. In the last, since 2010, just the last 10 years, I think it's been down 4. Is that right, Jay?
Correct.
I've got my notes here somewhere.
No, that's correct.
So, they continue to do an excellent job for the cities. Just in city council meetings alone, we're well over 150, 160 meetings that are videotaped by this organization. And that doesn't count any of all the extra stuff the cities do or the community does. So, those are things that we use to promote our cities and benefit not just the cities, but the community. So I want to thank you for that. Are there any questions on the budget, or is there any additional discussion that people would like to have about the budget or the costs or things that you just need to know?
Joanne, I don't have a question, but just wanted to say thank you to Jay and Sheila and the rest of the staff for putting the budget together. I know what a heavy lift that is. And while we wish we weren't dipping into the reserves, it doesn't take away from the work that they did. So thank you all.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'll take a motion to approve the budget as written.
I'll
Make
make
a
that motion.
Okay, Joe?
Make motion to approve resolution 2020-011.
Okay, why don't we put you down as a second, Leanne, because I think
Okay,
you slipped it in first. That's
Okay.
okay with you? Okay.
that's fine.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, not hearing any. That resolution is approved. Resolution 2020-012, adopting an amended pay scale. Jay, do you want to say anything on this topic before we?
I guess, Madam Chair, the only thing I would add is at the GovTech meeting the other day, we went around the table. And I think except for one community, I think most communities were in the 2.5%, 2.75, 2.25% range. So that's where we came up with our recommendation of 2.25%. Like I say, there was one community that I think are freezing wages right now, but the rest of the communities are giving their employees some type of cost of living type of wage adjustment. So that was the thinking behind our recommendation on that particular number.
Okay. Is there any additional discussion? Anybody have any questions?
I move the approval of resolution 2020-012.
I'll second.
Okay. First and a second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Not hearing any. That resolution is also passed. And then resolution 2020-013, amending the 2020 budget. Okay. And Jay, that looks like a wash.
I think that speaks to the excellent work that Sheila does with the budget. The fact we only have one very minor appropriation at the end of the year. So that's kudos to Sheila for her good work on the budget.
Okay, very good. Okay, I'll take a motion to approve that resolution.
I move to approve resolution 2020-13.
Okay, and a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any nays? Okay, not hearing any. That resolution is also passed. Okay, Jay, do we have any items under old business?
No old business, Madam Chair. I'll cover a couple of items under the Executive Director's report.
Okay. Okay, moving on to new business. The financial report from Sheila. Hi, Sheila.
Hi. Thank you all for everything. You guys have been very kind this evening. Really don't have anything to report. Finances are, everything's under budget except for water, and there was just nothing we could do to help that. Other than that, it's just year end, closing out the books and getting ready for next year.
Okay. When will you get the final tally? Will that be February, or, the final franchise fees? And
We will not get everything until March, usually late March.
okay, so we won't know if there's any kind of a little uptick from advertising for the
No,
politicians. No. Okay.
hopeful.
Yeah, it would be nice. It'd be nice if we had that little uptick. I think we saw one in 2018, so, oh well.
We had a lot of
Yes.
advertising going on, so we're hopeful.
Okay, very good. Okay. Executive Director's contract. We had a discussion about the contract. I think everybody who's participated is aware of the details of that, of the changes to the contract. And this isn't legislation per se, but I would like people to vote if they're in approval of the contract moving forward and being signed, if that's okay. So we don't need a first or a second since it's not legislation, but I would just like, please, if people would let me know if they're in approval. So maybe I'll just ask, vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 And is there anyone who would like it to be delayed or to not vote on it today, or just would like to vote no? And I'm not hearing any. All right. Jay, I think we have a consensus that we want the contract go forward. So I think there's a minor edit I want to give to you, and then, or Chris, I guess it would be Chris, and then it can be executed. All right. So thank you.
I think I'd say we appreciate, Jay, that you staying on and wanting to stay with us. I know Chris talks highly about you, and said all the GovTech team does too. So we appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
I think we all feel that way.
Yes, very
Agreed.
appreciative.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Very much so. Okay, we have new chair appointments for next year. And that will be, we're going to confirm that Leanne is going to be the chair. You're still in for it, right? It is a nice position.
Thank you.
Experience. And then vice chair, Rob. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's all due to Jay's new contract is why I accept.
Thank you.
All right.
Looking forward to working with Leanne, and thank you for the nomination.
As I am with you. Thank you very much.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, and I think, Jay, I think you have the next item.
I'm going to turn it over to the chair-elect to maybe give a little precursor to the video we're going to show here.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Well, good evening, good afternoon, members. This is a very nice thing for me to be able to be chairperson, and I have some big shoes to fill from Joanne. She's been excellent in her position as chairperson. I was very glad to meet not only her, but all of you. It's been my pleasure to be able to work with you all. To put it very shortly. It's 2020 and things are different. Things have changed. And we would have preferred that the presentation that you will see here in just a few moments would have been done in front of all of you so you could have your comments as well. Jay and Joanne and I met for a lunch at the Cable Council. And it was, as I said, it's just my pleasure to present Joanne with an award and a gift, which you will see momentarily. Again, Joanne, thank you so very much. I look forward to your help throughout the next year. And again, thank you very much for all the work that you've done and the guidance that you have. I've got some big shoes to follow. You've done an excellent job. Thank you very much for promoting the Communication Council and all the people that you work with. We thank you very much for all the great deeds that you do. And we would like to present you with this plaque. And
Just in case you ever serve as the chairman of another committee, you'll have your own gavel and board to.
so then that way you can actually start it off.
Start using it. Huh?
Yes. So again, thank you very much, not just from me, but from all of us involved in the Communications Council.
Isn't this fun? I think I'll get some use out of this. It may not always be a meeting, though.
But this is delightful. Thank you so much. In grateful appreciation for your outstanding leadership, dedication, and support of MVCC, presented the 16th day of December, 2020.
How long have you been on the board for, Joanne?
I joined it right when I joined City Council. So that would have been 2014, would have been my first year.
2014.
Yeah. And, you know, MVCC has always been such a wonderful organization. You know, it's not just its theory of being a collective of, 8 cities and all these affiliates, but the idea of working together with all the different municipalities has been, I think, a great strength, not only of this community, but of MVCC and of myself. It's been a wonderful way to meet other people in other communities. But the work you do reaches far beyond our borders, as evidenced by the awards that you've received and MVCC's received, and all the community involvement, whether it's sports or whether it's city council meetings or educational programming. You're a real beacon in our community. And I thank you for the privilege. I have thoroughly enjoyed my 3 years as chair and all my other years as a member of the council.
Well, Joanne, we greatly appreciate all the time and effort that you have given to MVCC. Got a lot of things accomplished during your time. The fiber project is obviously a big deal. It'll positively impact MVCC and the entire region for many years to come. So that's certainly a nice feather in your cap and something that will always be remembered. And I know you'll cherish the time that you've spent here. But we really appreciate all the time and effort. We know you love MVCC, and we certainly love you as well. So thank you very much.
It's an easy gig. These are the wonderful people here,
Yes.
and they do so much of the work anyway. So, but it's fun, and just enjoy it. And I think you'll do a wonderful job.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All I can say is thank you. It's been so fun meeting all of you, and even people, of course, people have come and gone as well on the council. But it's when you're in your own city all the time, it really is nice to be able to reach out and know people in other communities and the work that they're doing. So I want to thank all of you for your contributions to MVCC and for making it a better organization. And thank you for the wonderful award.
I've got some big shoes to follow.
Yeah.
Leanne, you got it. You'll do great. And I'm not going away. You're not getting rid of me. So
No.
you know who was really going to be the winner here? No. Brian, you finally get to kind of step back, because Jim Bowers was supposed to be the past president in all our financial meetings and other meetings, and Brian stepped in to do that. So I want to thank you for continuing in that role for more years than you would have under normal situations. So
Made it easy. It was a fun 4 years.
good. And chairing the finance committee, that was great. Or no, Joe, you chaired the finance.
Yeah.
The nominating committee. So getting it all straight here. So. Oh, anyway,
I know
we
that
got
half of us,
Pardon?
sorry, Joy, I didn't
Go
mean
ahead,
to
Greg.
talk over you there. I was just going to say, I know that half of us have been with you the whole time that you've been here since 2014, and appreciate your leadership and your friendship. And thank you for picking up my slack for taking that extra third year, because I had some things come up. So you and Brian had to do a little bit more than you bargained for, but you've done a terrific job, and we appreciate you. So thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. And anybody in this role knows that people have jobs, people have, their own council duties and other responsibilities, whether it's, helping with their children or whatever. So, you just have to be flexible. So, Greg, I appreciate that you were going to do it, and you're still on task for doing it in the future. So.
Sounds good.
Good. Okay. Thank you, Jay.
Do you want me to go, Joanne?
I think you're ready. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Several items. I'd just like to make one comment about the budget. It's hard to believe, but I'm finishing up my second year as executive director. And I just wanted to affirm with the board that the revenue challenges we face going forward can and will be addressed in a timely and comprehensive manner. We have a very lean organization here. We continue to provide our member communities with first-class services and support. Anyone familiar with our budgeting practices will see that we spend funds prudently, and we will continue to operate the organization within the limits of our available financial resources. As our primary source of funding, franchise fees continue to measurably decrease. We're focused on maximizing the monetization of the fiber ring, and we'll continue to seek out other opportunities to generate revenue. Working together with the board and the elected and appointed officials from our member communities, I'm confident that the organization is well positioned to continue to expand upon our recognized reputation as an influential leader in regional technology initiatives. So that's my comment about the 2021 budget. I think there are good things that lie ahead. We've got a few hurdles to overcome, but I'm very confident that that will get done in short order. So I guess that's my final comment about the 2021 budget. In regards to a budgeted item, some good news on the health insurance front. We had been told to expect about a 20% premium increase for the new benefit year that begins in March. And so that's what we budgeted, but it looks like our increase is only going to be a little bit over 8%, meaning that we'll save about $20,000 over what we thought we were going to spend on health insurance. So that's very good news there, and hopefully that'll be a precursor of other good budgetary news to come in 2021. I just want to briefly recognize and thank the MVC staff for the excellent work they have done over the past 12 months. Regardless of the line of work you're in, the pandemic has necessitated flexibility in terms of how we all do our jobs, and the MVC staff is no exception to that. There were plenty of obstacles that arose over the course of the year, and I thought the staff did exceptional work under very challenging circumstances. So I wanted to publicly acknowledge their efforts. And finally, I want to thank the board for your continued guidance, leadership, and support of MVCC and our mission. We accomplished a lot this year, and have planted numerous seeds that we hope will bear fruit, in the coming months and years to come. I want to thank Joanne for her excellent work as MVCC chair over the past 3 years. What we've accomplished at MVC in that short period of time is unprecedented. And we will continue to see the benefits of those initiatives for many years to come. So again, my thanks and appreciation to Joanne for her leadership and all her fine work. And I look forward to working more closely with Leanne and Rob as Leanne assumes the role of chair and Rob is vice chair in 2021. And on that note, unless there are other questions, I wish everyone a very safe and joyous holiday season. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Leanne and Rob will have a great 2021. You know, it's only going up. So all the exciting things are going to be happening with the fiber network, and maybe the cities will start to percolate back into some of our activities again. So I think it'll be a great year for you. You should look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does the board have any comments they want to make?
I have a comment. We had talked about the cities foregoing the reimbursements, and the city of Kettering has agreed to do that after Jackie Fisher made a great presentation to City Council on how valuable MVCC is. So we have agreed, and we will be.
Excellent news.
Yeah.
That is.
I wonder if any other cities have taken any action on that.
Yeah, Springboro, we talked in our budget committee and said we would be willing to.
Okay.
That's wonderful. I've spoken to Wayne about it, but I haven't spoken to council as a whole yet about it. But I don't think there'll be a problem at all in Centerville.
I think ours is about 140,000. Is that right, Jay?
That's very close, Joe. I think it's around $115,000 or thereabouts.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's all I have.
No, that's really good news, Joe. I know there was a lot more worry about Kettering than certainly than Centerville.
Well, Jackie Fisher sold them on it. It was 100% in favor of it.
Wow. Wow. You might need
Thank you, Jackie.
Jackie.
Sometimes, you know, the business case, how you lay it out. And
Yeah.
It was an easy.
Absolutely.
It was an easy business case.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm not a council member, but I'm a citizen of Kettering, and I'm glad we have returned this to MVCC.
Excellent. You know, that'll certainly keep us from dipping at least too far into our reserves unless the next couple of years. Maybe by then we'll start picking up a little revenues from the fiber ring. It's hard to say. So, excellent news.
I'd just like to wish everyone a blessed Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Thank you all for being here.
That
wanna
goes
echo
double
that.
for me. Yep.
Same for me.
And stay well.
Yes, I certainly hope everybody has a chance to enjoy their family in some respect, even if it's a Zoom meeting. We're going to be told both, actually. So, you know, it's a crazy time, but you still need to reach out and talk to your family, enjoy their company as much as possible. So, Rob, I hope you get to come back to Ohio and experience our cold weather again.
I can't wait.
No, enjoy your time in Florida.
Thank you. No special trip. Had to do it.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you in January or maybe even February. We'll see.
Excellent. Merry Christmas.
Take
Okay.
care, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Goodbye,
Stay
all.
well.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you all.